Hi my angels and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another episode of Beauty and Positivity. If you guys have no idea what this video is, I have basically started a new series on my channel where I do my makeup, but mainly I talk about things that are uplifting, about mindfulness, about spirituality, about things that really just give me a little spark and make me really happy. So today's episode is all about how I personally like to deal with online hate or trolling or just comments that don't make me feel any good. So that's going to be the topic today. So if you guys want to stick along and know how I deal with it and also my journey throughout the years, I mean I've been on YouTube and Instagram for almost 10 years now, then please keep watching. So just to give you guys a bit of a backstory, I've been doing YouTube, Instagram, all of that for almost 10 years now, and it's been one heck of a journey and one heck of a ride. I basically started doing this as a hobby. I never thought that this could be a job. I never thought that it could be a career. I simply started it just because I love talking and I love makeup, and I just married the two together and was able to find my space on YouTube. So yeah, I started it as just a hobby and it's obviously turned into a bit of a career for me, which I'm so thankful for. And whenever it comes to like online hate or trolling and things like that, I would just sweep those comments under the rug. I would obviously read the comments and feel sad reading them, but I would just kind of sweep them under the rug and pretend like they didn't really happen, or pretend like I didn't really read it. And kind of pretend like it didn't affect me, when actually what I was doing, I was sweeping these comments under this rug, and it got to the point where this rug was a mountain. And the best way to explain it was that imagine there's this big rug with this big huge mountain in the middle of a room, and it was constantly there. So I felt like I was constantly thinking about these comments, constantly thinking about the horrible things that people would say to me, about me. And that's whether they're emailing me these comments, leaving comments on YouTube, Instagram, DMs, messages, you name it. I kind of felt like I couldn't really get rid of them. So for me, one of the biggest things I did was I used to take this out on my husband. I used to take it out on like little things, and I would let little things annoy me, and it wasn't healthy at all. And one of the things that I did last year was I went to therapy. Now, if you want to see like my video on therapy and like how I was feeling this time last year, then I will leave a link to it in the description box below. But I basically went to therapy every single week last year, and it wasn't until then that I really realized how I can manage my thoughts, how I can manage my emotions, how I can actually deal with reading such comments and not letting it affect my mental peace, my loved one's mental peace, and also being able to carry on with my day, not having to stress out about the opinions and comments of other people. And first of all, I want to say that therapy, I think, really needs to be normalized, especially in the South Asian community. I think when you talk about therapy, a lot of times people can get a little bit awkward about it, or they think that something's really wrong with you. When I personally believe if you've got the means to do it, or if you've got any kind of way that you can go to even just one session, I feel like it really helps you understand what your triggers are, and it really helps you understand why you feel certain emotions at different times. So for me, my thing is I don't want to feel alone. So my trigger is isolation. So as soon as I start feeling like, oh my God, I don't want to be alone, I will just start pleasing people. I'll do things to make other people happy, and in the process forget about myself. So when it came to reading horrible comments and messages from people on the internet, I started taking that to heart. I started thinking that these people don't like me. What am I going to do to please them? Everyone hates me. It was literally a bit of a spiral of like just negative comments and just being in a really negative headspace. And it wasn't, like I said, until I went to therapy that I really started understanding that this has nothing to do with me. I'm on my own journey. I'm doing my thing. I'm staying in my lane. I'm trying not to, upset anyone in that sense. But whenever I receive a negative comment from anyone, I have to always shift my perspective. And I think shifting my perspective has helped so much. So whenever I see a negative comment now, and this can be on any kind of social media platform, I always first, and this is a really weird thing that I do, I always click on the person's profile and I will close my eyes and I will genuinely send them some positive energy or like a little prayer, because I've been in that position where I feel so horrible about myself and I've taken it out on people that maybe I don't know, or even people that I do know. So I know now that when people leave me a comment like that, they are hurting inside. And this is a genuine, like, I will genuinely send them a prayer, because I just feel like they're probably in such a low moment in their life where they feel the need to put something that's triggered them. And something that I mentioned in my video that I put up last year about like what's really been going on, I mentioned in that video that if I'm doing something that's triggering someone else, I will do them the favor and block them, because therefore I'm not in their space, they're not getting triggered by me, and then ultimately I don't have to read a horrible comment that they've sent my way. So that's one thing that I genuinely do every single time I read any kind of horrible comment. Especially now, I feel like I'm in such a better place. I'm so I find it so much easier to be able to manage when something like that happens. So that's the first thing I do. Another thing that I do, which I feel like not a lot of people kind of talk about on the internet, and that is setting boundaries. I love setting my boundaries when it comes to my work on social media, and I try and make sure that any kind of words that I don't want to see written underneath my Instagram content or underneath my YouTube videos, I make sure I block words and phrases. Now, this is something, like, I'm going to be really open with you guys, and this is something as simple as my telephone number. I've blocked my telephone number, so if anyone posts my telephone number on my social media platforms, no one's going to be able to see it. And that's even things from like private information that I don't want to be like kind of out there on the internet, like obviously things like where I live, my mum's name, my like, you know, like things that really are close to me that I don't want people to be commenting. I have definitely blocked those words. I've blocked certain words and phrases that I just don't want to hear. From something as little as ugly or annoying. Like, I don't want a stranger telling me that you're annoying or you're ugly or you're this or you're that. Another thing that I've always struggled with ever since I was younger is my weight. Like, I've never been like super skinny, and whenever I see a comment like you've gained weight or you're fat or you're this, I'm just like, I don't want to see that. Like, I live in this body. I know, especially in the last year, that I have gained weight, and I've gained weight since getting married. Me and my husband, we love to eat. We love our food, we're foodies. And the past year has been tough on us, and we have been snacking more. And, you know, we've not been through anything like this before in our lives, and it's okay to gain or lose weight because of this. We need to be a little bit more kinder on ourselves. So there are definitely words and things that I have blocked, and I highly recommend to use the tools and the functionalities of social media platforms that are on the internet, such as YouTube and Instagram. I think those two are the main ones that I want to kind of focus on, because those are the two main platforms that I'm on. I was talking about blocking certain words and phrases that don't make you feel good and happy. And I think that's really important to do. I don't think it's something that people should shy away from. I feel like it's a really healthy boundary to set. I mean, I, for one, know that so many people have boundaries set in real life. Like, why can't we apply that to online life? So that's one thing that I would definitely recommend to. So yeah, definitely blocking certain words and phrases is a very healthy thing to do on the internet when it comes to wanting to manage any kind of negativity. It's very easy to do as well. If you're unsure on how to do it, then it's super easy to do. Just go onto Google and type in like how to restrict accounts or block certain words from Instagram and YouTube. It's so easy and so simple, and it really helps your mental space. That's actually something that I've done for a very long time. I have always had those boundaries, but I used to really let those comments get to me. But now that I really understand that those comments that I receive are coming from a place of hurt, it really helps me understand that person a little bit better. And I try not to hold anything against people who send comments like that, because they're on their journey, I'm on their journey, and it's, you know, I can't put blame like that on someone who's not actually feeling so great, and I don't think it's fair to do that either. I actually came across I think it's like a quote or a saying on Instagram, and I found it so like resonating, and that was something along the lines of, would you let anyone come into your house with muddy shoes on, change all your furniture around, rip your curtains down, literally disrupt your place of peace and your kind of safe space? And if I be completely honest with you, I don't know anyone who would want anyone to come and do that to their home. And in that Instagram post that I saw, it kind of mentioned in there, like, why would you let someone come into your online space and disrupt everything and leave horrible comments? And I really resonated with that, and I think that's so true, that if you're not going to let someone do that to your own home, why would you allow someone to do something like that on your online platform, on your space where you're creating content because you love creating content, or you're just sharing something with the world that you get so excited about? Why would you let someone come and disrupt that piece? So yeah, that quote that I read, or that like post that I read, really touched at me, and yeah, it really meant a lot to me. So I wanted to share that with you guys, because I think it's super important to really set boundaries. I suppose the main kind of things that I really wanted to touch upon on this video was to understand where these people are coming from. They're genuinely coming from a place of unhappiness, and to send them that little prayer, or just send them that little wish that I really hope you feel better, because let's face it, if we were all happy and if we were all content with things going on in our life or our worlds, then we wouldn't feel the need to leave comments like that to other people. I actually did a clubhouse yesterday, my first ever clubhouse yesterday, with Brown Meme Girls, and we were speaking about things like this, and it really inspired me. I actually wanted to talk about this topic on this series, but it really inspired me to like do this as a video that I wanted to do quite soon. We were talking on there that it doesn't matter how big or small your platform is, you are bound to get people who don't like you, or don't like something about you, or don't like your content, or whatever. But setting boundaries in place not only helps you, but also helps that other person as well. And it's so important to do. And I feel like people need to talk about it a bit more, because there's all this talk about like online trolls and online hate, but I don't really think there's enough conversation going on the other end of like how to manage that, and how to use social media platforms and the functionalities that they have in them to actually protect your peace and protect you from other people. And it's a two-way thing. It's never just like a one-way road when it comes to receiving comments like that. But I feel like, because I've been on here for so long, I feel like I've found ways to really manage it. I feel like I'm pretty sure there is an interview with Kim Kardashian. I think someone asked her, like, how do you deal with online hate and trolls? And her reply was something like, that person that's left that comment has left me a horrible comment and gone on with their day. They've literally done that comment and they've gone on with their day. They're probably out shopping, doing the, you know, living their life, and they've just carried on. And she kind of flipped that on her head and said, why should I let that one person or that one comment that I've read affect my entire day and rob me of like my peace of mind? And now that obviously when I read that and when I heard that, when I wasn't in a great place, I kind of didn't really understand where she was coming from. But now that I really understand that when you receive any kind of like negative comments, it is really coming from a place of hurt. I totally get where Kim's coming from. And what she said is so true. Like, why would you let someone who's gone on with their day and like having a good time in their day and gone off to doing whatever they're doing, why would you let that one person affect your whole entire day, affect your whole entire mood? It is really about being in the right place of mind. And I definitely want to do a video next or soon about ways that I like to kind of keep the peace in my life and like keep like my mental health in check. I would love to do a video like that soon. And also, if there are any other topics you want me to do little videos on like this, then please let me know, because I genuinely just love sitting down and talking to you guys about stuff like this, because I feel like it's helped me a lot, the way that my kind of mental health has changed and the way that my almost like my lifestyle has kind of changed. I feel like it's really brought about positive changes to my life, my world. So yeah, I love sharing this with you guys. And as you know, like, I put my video up almost a year ago about like how I was feeling, and it is like it didn't take, I don't want to sugarcoat it and tell you guys like, oh, I like woke up one day and I felt great and everything was like back to normal. Like, it was a journey, and it is a journey. There are still days where I have down days. There are still days where I will read something and I will feel like, do you know what, it's really affected me. But that's where I will do things in my routine or do something that takes my mind off of things, and I feel like that really helps. But yeah, when it comes to other topics, please let me know what other things you guys want to see. I feel like this video isn't going to be that long, but the main points I really hope you guys take away from this video is that set boundaries. I think it's super, super important to set boundaries. Definitely use the functionality that Instagram and YouTube and all these wonderful social media platforms have to protect your peace, protect that other person's peace, so you're not in each other's way and you're not triggering each other and you're not like letting someone's words affect your day. And think a little bit like Kim. Think a bit more, be a little bit more selfish, I suppose, and put your happiness first. I think that's really, really important. But I genuinely feel like the last 10 years I've learned so much about the internet. I've learned so much more about myself over the last few years as well. I definitely feel like learning about what really affects me and what really, like, deep down inside makes me feel not so great. I feel like knowing that, I'm able to manage things a lot better. But yeah, just always know that whenever you do receive a horrible comment, that it's not you. It's genuinely not you. It's that person who's not feeling great themselves. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have done all my makeup. I just wanted to do something a little bit simple. I didn't want to go all out. I genuinely just love sitting here and chatting to you guys about things that make me feel good. And when I share that with you guys and hopefully make you guys feel good and maybe change little things in your lifestyle that will hopefully bring about positive changes, like, that just makes me feel so happy. I hope you guys are all doing well. I know with the whole lockdown situation, I've heard this from a lot of other people within the same like Instagram, YouTube industry, that, you know, there has been an increase of trolling and there has been an increase of hate. But I genuinely think that's because a lot more people have a lot more time on their hands. People are on social media a lot and people aren't obviously happy. There are a lot of mental health issues going on. So please look after yourself. And on the flip side, if there is someone who you're watching, who you're following, that you don't like something that they're doing, or you don't like something that, some sort of energy that you're getting from them, the best thing to do in this kind of situation is just to unfollow them. You don't have to tell them how you feel about them. And you also got to understand that whatever's put out on the internet isn't 100% of someone's life. Like right now, I've been filming for 20 minutes. That's just 20 minutes out of my 24-hour day. So that only gives like a little snapshot of that person's day. You don't actually, even myself, like whenever I watch people, like I know now, like I'm only getting like snippets of that person's life. And just know that everyone, no matter what you're following, no matter who you're following, everyone has similar struggles. We all go through the same ups and downs. Like, we are all human. But if we can just have a little bit more kindness in our hearts and treat people with a little bit more respect, and whether that is just unfollowing them because you don't like the way they did XYZ, that's great. Like, we don't need to send messages to anyone telling your 2 cents, because you wouldn't want it the other way. You wouldn't want people coming up to you saying, I don't like the way you dress, or I don't like this you did. So yeah, always try and see it from a bigger picture. And if you are going through any kind of trolling at the moment, then I really hope these little tips, they're not life-changing tips, but they're little tips that are really easy to implement. Really hope they help you out. But yeah, please let me know what subject you want me to cover next. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. All the products that I've used for my very natural makeup look will be listed in the description box below. I'm sending all of the love and light from my heart directly to your hearts, and I will hopefully see you all in my next video.